What we're not gonna do as grown-ass adults is invite our parents over on a first fucking date. So let me start over because I feel like you guys need to know the story. I just got home. I went on a date. It was a very awkward date. Now, I met this guy on Tinder and I really liked him. His bio was really funny. You know, he was trying to find someone that he could see himself settling with because he was older than 30, and so am I. So I was like, hey, I really like this guy. Let me just message him, see if we match. We did match, and then all of a sudden we decided to go on a date basically the next day. So he took me out on a really nice date. Like, the restaurant was very expensive. You can tell right away. I'm not used to going to those places, but I was very happy that he felt the need to take me to a place like that. So we were sitting down, we were conversating. He was ordering drinks and a bunch of expensive food. I was very grateful for that again. And then the conversation just started flowing. I did not ask him all the questions like, what do you do? How much money do you make? No, he felt the need just to give me all this information. So I was like, oh, this guy is making really good money. He has his own business and he's doing fantastic. Like, who wouldn't want to settle down with someone like that? So I was listening to every single detail that this man was giving me, okay? But at the same time, I was also noticing that we were in a 4-top, like a table where 4 people fit. There was a bunch of tables that were still open that were a 2-top where 2 people fit. And so I was just questioning, like, why is this guy having us sit in a 4-top if it's just him and I? And then in my head, I was like, no, like, it's fine. You know, maybe he just likes to order a bunch of things and wants a bigger table. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Like, keep listening to what he's saying. And so I did. So then we get on the topic of family, and he tells me how much he loves his family. He tells me that his parents are retired and how he pays basically for everything for his parents. And I mean, I thought that was sweet. I thought that was very sweet because I love my parents to death and I would do the same thing. So I told him, you know, that's very sweet. Do they live close to you? And he's like, yeah, actually, they live just a couple doors down from my house. Okay. I mean, I haven't really heard that before, you know, so that was interesting for me. And I just kept going on with the conversation. So then I asked, you know, how often do you see them? He's like, oh, they're at my house pretty much every day. Oh, okay. I mean, that's awesome, you know? Just shows that you guys are very close. Now, during this conversation, there's an older couple that walks up to us and they sit down in the empty chairs in our table. And so maybe it was about 10 minutes when this man finally told me that they were his parents. His parents would always go on the dates to make sure that the women or ladies that he was talking to were actually interested in him, because apparently he had really bad dating relationships in the past and he just didn't want to go through that. So apparently every single date he takes his parents with him, but he didn't say anything to me. So for the last 2.5 hours of the date that was supposed to be our date, as in the gentleman or the guy and I was being grilled by his parents, asking me 50 questions. And they were not happy with the fact that I had 2 jobs and I was going to school because they said I wasn't going to put enough attention to their son.